Confusing English words. Borrow and lend. Borrow. To borrow something means to take something from another person, knowing you will give it back to them. For example, can I borrow your bike for a couple of days? I will return it on Friday. Lend. To lend something means to give something to another person, expecting to get it back. For example, don't lend Chris any money. He will never pay you back. So, borrow means someone else let you have something for a while. Lend means you let someone else have something for a while. Miss and lose. Miss. To miss something means to arrive too late to see something, such as an event or film, or come too late to get on a plane, train, or other means of transport. For example, hurry up or we'll miss the plane. Lose. To lose something means to no longer have something because you don't know where it is. For example, Sylvia lost her keys and couldn't get into the house. So, miss means to arrive too late for something, while lose means to be unable to find something. Briefly and shortly. Briefly. Something happening briefly is happening for a short period of time. Briefly is also used when someone says something using only a few words. For example, can you tell me briefly what happened? Shortly. Something happening shortly will happen in a little while. For example, the flight was very long, but we will be landing shortly. Remember, briefly means for a short time. Shortly means soon. Wages and salary. Wages. Wages are the money that somebody is paid every week by their employer, especially someone who works in a factory or in a shop, and are paid based on the hours they work. For example, I pay for bills, food, and everything else from my wages. Salary. A salary is the money that somebody is paid every month by their employer, especially somebody who is a professional, such as a teacher or a manager. Salary can also be used to talk about how much someone earns per year in a professional job. For example, Lucy is on quite a good salary in her present job. So, while wages and salary are both money paid for working, wages are a particular amount of money, usually paid every week, and a salary is a fixed regular payment, typically paid every month. Desert and desert. Desert. A desert is a large area of land in a hot place where there is very little rain and very few plants or trees. For example, it is a poor country and most of it is desert. Dessert. A dessert is a sweet part that you have at the end of a meal. For example, what would you like for dessert? Chocolate cake or caramel ice cream? Remember, desert with one S is land in a hot place with very little rain, while dessert with two S's is a sweet treat usually eaten after dinner. Discover and invent. Discover. To discover means to find something like an object, a substance, a place, or information, which is important and which nobody knew about before. For example, do you know who discovered penicillin? Invent. To invent means to think of an idea for a new product or machine for the first time, then design and make it. For example, it is impossible to find out who invented the wheel. So, discover means to find something unknown that already exists, whereas invent means create something completely new. Sensible and sensitive. Sensible. Someone who is sensible is unlikely to do something silly or dangerous because they judge situations well and make good decisions. For example, Sarah is a very sensible girl. She wouldn't talk to strangers. Sensitive. Someone who is sensitive notices things, cares about people's feelings, and thinks deeply before they speak. For example, the classroom teacher must be sensitive to children's needs. Remember, sensible means always behaving in a responsible way, but sensitive means good at realizing how other people feel. Priceless and worthless. Priceless. Something that is priceless is worth so much or is so special that the price can't be calculated. For example, the palace is full of priceless furniture and works of art. Worthless. Something worthless is no good and doesn't have any value. For example, don't read worthless books, it's a waste of time. So, priceless means something precious or of a very great value, and worthless means useless and without value. Stationery and stationery. Stationery. Stationery means an object is fixed in one place and not moving, like a stationary bicycle at the gym. For example, the car crashed into a stationary truck, which was waiting at the traffic lights. Stationery. Stationery means a collection of papers, envelopes, and other things you use to write letters or cards. For example, I bought beautiful stationery for the thank you notes. Remember, stationery with an A means something fixed, immobile or unchanging. Stationery with an E means paper, envelopes and writing implements. Sympathy and empathy. Sympathy. Sympathy means feeling pity or sadness for someone. For example, I have a lot of sympathy for people who are made homeless due to other people's actions. Empathy. Empathy means understanding and sharing the feelings of someone else. For example, I know what it's like to go through a divorce, so I feel a lot of empathy with you. So, sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding someone's feelings. We've covered 10 pairs of commonly confused English words today. With some practice, these will become easier to use. Have you struggled with any of these words in the past? Are there other words you find tricky? Let us know in the comments.